Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
Now here's LeBron. An 11-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Here's Dragic. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. Dragic, the pass to Bosh, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Bosh has got his first 2 points of the night.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
Man, you just got to rave and marvel at a shot like that from Kevin Love.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Whiteside sets the pick for Richardson. Pass to Winslow. Inside. Here's Whiteside. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
Count the bucket. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Richardson. We saw him with 10 points last game. Whiteside, a screen on Irving. And it's Dragic off the drive. And the rejection by Love. Smith against Richardson. Nice shot by Smith. Now, here's Dragic. A 20-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor. And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
The dish to Smith. He feeds it to James. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Winslow. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte. Dragic dishes to Bosh. Can't hit. And Cleveland the other way now.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat. But he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And that one's good, Irving.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
The Heat trail by 4. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Chris Anderson is checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Jefferson's checked in for LeBron. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Smith. And a new group in for the Heat. Derek Williams checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Winslow. Dion Waiters checked in for Richardson. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
The drive by Bosh. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be. And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
A nice shot by Anderson.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Here's Johnson. The Cavaliers making the shot. Bosh, the screen. Misses off the left iron.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Passes it to Johnson. Back to Bosh. 4 seconds left. That's good. Bosh has got 9.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus offensively.
Just getting to the basket more, being able to finish with the defender in front of me. I think getting to the line a lot more as well. I think, getting to the line and finishing at the basket.
2 huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. He could become a real beast in this league.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. Total team effort out there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Whiteside. Derek Williams is out there with James Johnson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Waiters in at the shooting guard. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. James checked in for Richard Jefferson. And then for Miami, Winslow comes in for Derek Williams. And it's Dragic in for Dion Waiters. Whiteside, the pass to Dragic. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. And stolen by Fry. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Love's running. The shot's good from Irving.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as a result.
Well, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half. Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that last replay courtesy of Pia. Whiteside, a screen on Smith from outside the arc. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Cavaliers leading by 5. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
Only 1 turnover so far in the game for him, Kevin. Another reason they're in the lead with halftime approaching. Taking care of the ball.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Richardson's checked in. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. The feed to Johnson. Again, the miss by the Heat. Cavaliers have got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. The drive by James. The quick look, no good that time.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Dragic against Smith. Right side a screen. Dragic kicks to Johnson. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists in the game. Cavaliers leading. LeBron dishes to Irving. Love with a wide open look. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Love's got 4 this quarter.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq. Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Right side a screen. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Went for the 2-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
LeBron, no luck.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the 2 superstars were able to gel.
For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Kept alive.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Outside Dragic. Banked in off the glass. Dragic has got the lead up to 1 now for the Heat.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bears that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
A different look now for Cleveland. Chris Anderson is checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. And Shumpert in there for Smith. Then for the Heat, Chris Bosh is checked in for Whiteside. Derek Williams comes in for James Johnson. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Goran Dragic.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Back to Waiters. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Waiters got it all tied up now for the Heat. Irving attacking. Outside Shumpert. But they recover it. Anderson passes to Irving. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Fry's checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Winslow. Irving dishes to Fry. In the corner, it's Jefferson. Lets it fly. Fry, good. Fry's got his first bucket in this one. 24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Johnson with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Bosh. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Johnson for 3. And that does it for the first half of play. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 6. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach, how happy with the team's offense and pace are you at this point?
The pace, yeah, right now. It's early, so we know they're a veteran team here at home. There'll be several runs in this game.
Coach, thank you, guys. We know they want this up-tempo.
All right, Doris, thank you.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts. How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, their passing was impressive.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the center. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And you just look back over the career of LeBron, and you have to say he's an all-time great already. I mean, the numbers are there, the multiple championships, some already calling him the best small forward to ever play the game.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Right side Bosch. 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. And stolen by James.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Heat trail by 8. And you just look at LeBron, Clark, in a historical context. Last season, he became the first player since Bill Russell and his Celtics to make it to the NBA Finals 5 consecutive years.
Boy, I tell you what, this says even more about LeBron that whenever he leaves a team, they miss the playoffs. No matter what team he's on, they're favorites to win their conference.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Here's Irving. He's got 14. Offline with his 3. Irving against Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Irving. And it's Dragic off the drive, expanding his range. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. The Cavaliers leading by 6. LeBron kicks to Thompson. It's rebounded by Bosch.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Johnson, he's checked in for Winslow. Richardson kicks to Dragic. Here's Bosch, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 6th assist on the night. The Cavaliers leading by 6. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Bosch. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. For 3, Love. Rebound by the Heat.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's Dragic with the drive. Count the bucket. Dragic has got 6.
That is so tough to defend. He'll cross you over in a nanosecond. That move is next to unstoppable.
And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
Johnson's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Dishes it to Fry. For 3, Love, and the shot is good. He's got 9.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense, very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
A nice shot by LeBron.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Right side, the pass to Johnson. Right side, a screen. Johnson dishes to Dragic. 5 to shoot. On target from 13 feet. Dragic has got 8.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
Bosh, the screen. Dragic against Irving. Johnson kicks to Bosh. Steps back and shoots. Cannot hit. And Cleveland will come the other way.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And here is James. 11 points in the game. On its way from Irving for 2. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Heat trail by 8.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Dragic against Smith. It's Dragic with the drive. Johnson wide open. He fires. Johnson missing again. Here's Irving. And it's Dragic with the rebound. Dragic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And stolen by Fry. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Cavaliers lead by 8. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
I really pissed.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Derek Williams is out there with Winslow. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Waiters in at the point. So it's Miami now. 8-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. In the corner, Winslow with it. Here's the 3. And that one's good. Winslow's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Miami. Cleveland's gone to the 3-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Irving passes to Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Waiters no luck.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Shumpert dishes to Irving. Releases. Shumpert, no good. The Heat trail by 7. And Waiters kicks to Richardson. Thompson with the rebound.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it.
Shots good by Jefferson.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
And the Heat call time here.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Erik Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA, and Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Irving drives in, and it's Miami with the rebound. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The wide open look here for Bosh. That doesn't go either for Bosh.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And he gets it to go. Here's Waiters. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bosh. Bosh with another miss. Cleveland leading by 8. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Good on the shot.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. LeBron comes in for Jefferson. Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. Dragic comes in for Dion Waiters. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Uncovered. And that one comes up a bit short.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. Dragic kicks to Bosh. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. They need this, and it's good on the way in. And with Iron Man streaks, it isn't just injury that can get you. It's scheduled days off and getting suspended games, too.
Yeah, just for reference, last season DeAndre Jordan was the active leader, played over 300 straight games as a player. He was a leader in the league, but he wasn't even a third of the way to Green's historic mark of consecutive games.
Bosh with another miss.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backcourt.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Guys, just watching Kevin Love, he brings so much to the table. But if you had to pick one thing, Clark, it might be the rebound.
I agree with you. I mean, he's not super athletic, doesn't blow you out of the water with his athleticism, but A few seasons back, this guy averaged 15 rebounds a game.
Dragic against Irving. The pass to Johnson. Bosh hits the pick for Johnson. It's stolen by Smith.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Cavaliers.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And ever win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Kyrie Irving. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And he gets it to go. There's 39 seconds left in the game. And it's Bosh at the elbow. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And here are the Cavaliers now. James up top. Cleveland moving the ball around. Smith for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Here's Dragic. Bosh the screen. Kicks to Whiteside. Off loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Here's Irving. LeBron outside. And that one drops.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Kevin, in a game like tonight, what sort of elements of your identity and confidence are confirmed by getting this type of win?
That we can fight through and beat any team in the league if we're playing well. So for us to get this win here, our 6th man is our crowd. They've been great. They packed the house tonight, and we got a big win against a team that's right up there with the top teams in the league.
The crowd enjoyed it, and we did too. Kevin, thanks for your time. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open looks.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in his arsenal he can throw at you, not to mention his defense. Literally, any night he can take over a game. Tonight we saw King James exert his will on the game.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.